James, you know how I love to reminisce. What was one of your favorite places when we were in Israel?
Well, you know, I think about the place up in the north, up in Caesarea Philippi, where remember that beautiful big backdrop of all those cliffs and in the little alcoves where the idols were? And that's the place where Matthew 16 was. Well, I've preached on Matthew 16 so many times. Who do men say that I am? But who do you say that I am? You are the Christ, the Son of the living God. And of course, I never understood that Jesus was saying that with the backdrop literally was every idol of their day. And he was, really picturesquely portraying his superiority to all of these false gods, that he alone is the one upon whom the church can be built.
I think really one of my favorite days was the day we went on the boat, the Sea of Galilee. And just how we were all together. I mean, there was 170 of us. I loved that when we were out into the middle and then they, just quieted the motors and then we all just sat around and just worshiped. It was an amazing moment, really.
And I'm picturing us, for example, going to the Garden of Gethsemane.
Yes, that wind, remember we left the Mount of Olives and we wound down around that beautiful road and then there we were. And it was an awesome thing. We brought everybody in together, remember, and we had such a great time together, but then we said, how could we be here and not let everybody have just quiet time before the Lord to really reflect and pray.
The olive trees that we were kneeling and praying around are 2,000 years old. And I mean, to look about and go, was it that tree? Was it that tree where he knelt and sweat great drops of blood and anticipated all that was going to follow at the cross and so on? And speaking of the cross, it was cool, so cool to see Golgotha, the place of the skull, and to go through there, and amazingly close to there, really. In the same area was the garden too.
I think it was the sweetest time of worship we had. And I remember us taking communion and just really being quiet before the Lord. And you and I were so excited to go. But honestly, we had no idea what we were getting ourselves into. I know, because it's just like you can't picture what the Lord is going to do. And just everything that I wrote in my scriptures, and now I go back to it, I'm like, Lord, I was there. Like, it just opens your eyes so much. But that was a beautiful time. It
really was. And Easter, we've had one Easter since we went to Israel, and I thought of the empty tomb. Did you think of it? Easter, I thought of it again. Now I've been there. Now I know what it was like. All the things that I used to do over here, kind of wondering what that was about. Now I know. And in fact, that trip was so impactful, so life-changing, not just for us, but for others.
Who would have known the timing, really, about our trip to Israel? I mean, we had booked this, months in advance. And then, of course, we found out about your cancer, and we really had to make some decisions right then.
Well, I felt honestly more like I wanted to go. If you're at a critical time in your life, if you're facing a trial or a circumstance, because it was so strengthening, it was so impactful, it was so refreshing, honestly, to let some of the burdens and concerns that we had here, we're just going to set that over here for now. I don't know what's ahead, I don't know what's coming, but we're going to go and meet with the Lord in a special way. And I think we just came home different. Don't put it off till tomorrow. Don't think it'll be lame. It won't be. Don't think it'll be slow. It won't be. Don't worry about anything. Find the money. Do the best you can. No more Starbucks for a few months, and save up. Let's go to Israel. It's going to be awesome. I promise.